we're going to focus on relationships and what happens through evolution. Like they either grow together or they grow at different paces and different speeds. And I think especially when you get married young, things like that, that's a pretty common thing, right?
Yeah.
You tend to grow one way and you either continue to grow together and you raise each other or you go this way, right? But what happens when that happens as an adult too,
Like older.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So I just thought that might be a fun, spicy conversation. I've definitely had my share of that in my life. So
yeah,
thought we could open it up there and roll with it. Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
it.
let's do it.
I like it.
All right. I'll start. I know, like, I've always had my own ideas, I'm not a heavy talker in a lot of ways, but I've always had my own ideas. I'm a very thinking person. And so I've always had goals or things I wanted to do. Like, it was always important for me to finish my education, right? My college education was always so important. I'm the only one that graduated out of my 6 siblings from college in my family. So that was like a goal for me to do. So by 35, I wanted that done. Well, I just remember, like, I got married at 18 and my husband at the time was really goal-oriented for school, but yet for whatever reason, he was saying he was, and he was going through the motions, but he wasn't really. And so 10 years later, we were still trying to accomplish school, and I remember this was a big deal for me, like education and accomplishment. And it didn't, at the end of the day, it didn't matter at that point in my life because I thought of us as one, if it was me doing it or if it's him doing it. But eventually those types of patterns is what I think tore us apart. I had goals and he was dragging his feet.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like, how do you do that? Because I would sit him down every couple of months and be like, hey, you're so amazing. I know we can do better. And everybody would be crying. And eventually we got there, but then it didn't keep us together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You're better than me. I was not very nice about it.
Well, I was trying to be a motivator at the same time.
I was going to say the same thing, Brandy.
I'm always about motivating first.
Not that I was mean.
Like, I want to murder her. Let's put your lazy fat ass together. That was mine. I wrote that one down.
Yeah.
But he wasn't lazy and he wasn't a fat ass. He was hardworking. He just was kind of like complacent and satisfied.
Yeah, that was my first marriage. I'm on number 4. I love. Love. But we were very young, and he was finishing up college, and we had a little one, and I dropped out of college because I got pregnant. But he had zero motivation. I was doing his homework for him. His mother was doing his homework for him. He just wanted to play his bass. He wanted to be a rock star, And other than that, it was just sleeping. And it was very, very hard for me raising a child and trying to take care of a household, be, an adult, because you do have to grow up fast when you have kids for him to have done that. So that was my first experience
You like tapped on something that I bet a lot of people who are in a relationship with a musician go through. Because what is it? I mean, what is the percentage that actually make it?
Yeah, very,
actually
very
make
small.
it.
That
very,
actually
very small.
make it versus the amount of that, like, I have to put my whole life and soul in, which I don't blame them. I want to do that for a lot of things I'm passionate about too. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, that can be, if they can't focus on anything but that.
Yeah, that's all he wanted to do. I mean, he did finish school. He graduated, but,
That's good.
He had a lot of help in that because his motivation was to be a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he play in bands regularly and do things to help progress all that? Okay,
well,
so that's good.
They played in Hollywood, so they play at the Whiskey and the Roxy and do those kinds of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, he was achieving.
Yeah, they went on a tour.
Just wasn't happening fast enough.
Because he did finally, and it wasn't until I left him that he did get a job right before I left him, but it was just kind of a little too late. It wasn't career oriented. It wasn't. Not that I was expecting, we were so young, you got to go hop into a corporate, but he wasn't excited about it and he had other ideas and it wasn't, and we just kind of grew apart. Like I wanted a man. I believe in traditional roles. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Like a husband and wife. Husband has responsibilities. A wife has responsibilities. Old fashioned, and that's okay. I like my independence too. Don't get me wrong, but back then, I just wanted the white picket fence. Yeah. That was my goal, and that's what I was aiming for.
Same. That's why I was just as fine with him getting his education and I getting mine second. Because I did eventually, but because the white picket fence.
Yeah.
I want to be home with my babies. And
Yeah.
like all my family was doing. I was the only one. I was in this position of having to work at the time. Now everybody works, but
Yeah.
so there was a lot of fun trailblazing.
Yeah, I didn't work at the beginning of my marriage, and I had left my job. I was on unemployment. And he had said, I want you to be able to stay home with Noah for a while. You've been working so hard, blah, 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 blah. But then he got let go.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find anything because it was like right at that downturn, right? It was like super hard, like when they extended unemployment forever. So I was on unemployment for like a year and a half. But I was making more on him than unemployment when he got a job, but it was commission only, and he would spend all day playing video games and not going work.
Yes.
I hit a nerve.
And I'm like,
yeah. Not everybody's made to be how do you say this? Self-governed.
Yes. Yeah.
As a
Some people
job.
need it. Some people need to go to the office.
And fight with him. I'm like, you need to find something else. You need to find another job. You need to find another job. And there was a job that was actually going to pay a base, right? Like it was a traveling roof, like a traveling salesman for roof. So he would go to areas that had a disaster and sell, like roofs, but he got like a base, salary. Yeah. And then he had this other job that was like a draw, but like, and it is real small, but, and, I fought him, like, I wanted him to take the other one. And he's like, oh, you just want to cheat on me. That's why. You want me out of town. And I'm like, no, we need to make money. like, I don't think you understand,
No time for insecurity, boy.
Yeah.
Like, we have a family that needs to make money.
Yeah. So how'd you handle that?
So he took the other job that I didn't want him to take. He ended up, like I said, being very successful at it and doing very well. And he finally got tired of me complaining and yelling and fighting with him. And he landed a great account, and then he worked his tail off, but then he still played video games every night.
Yeah.
And he was super resentful for the pushing. He was resentful.
You were now the mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
So resentful.
That's what I was just about to say.
Resentful.
Yeah. Yeah. I never wanted to be the mother.
I didn't marry somebody lazy. I didn't fall in love with somebody lazy. I didn't fall in love with somebody who wasn't driven. Right. I fell in love with someone driven.
Right.
And then we got married, and that drive would like.
Right. Same. He was pre-med, all this.
What do you think happens? What do you think happened? Were they faking it?
I think it was their mother's idea.
Or
I think you know what I think? When you're going through your senior year and everyone says, so what do you want to be when you grow up? And you get that little line that you recite to everybody.
I don't know.
You either are going to do it or you just believe you're going to do it. And you just get to the point when you just say that. Like I have a kid that just keeps telling me he's going to be a teacher. And I'm like, are you? What steps are you taking to make that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's nice to have goals and sound like you got goals, but there's you got to walk the walk, not just talk it.
Yeah.
But you know what? He pulled it together, and I'm super proud of him. And we were really friends. And he's apologized, and he's apologized for his resentment. He's like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am at today. He has a house that's paid off.
It's just like your mom. You appreciate your mom when you've had a chance to go sit backwards and be a mom again yourself. He had a chance to govern himself and realize how much you did support him and love him. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. And the fact that he got to tell you that, Brandy, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. Especially as an ex-spouse, that you guys can have that come together.
Yeah, most people don't get that.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I am very forgiving.
That's good. Because
I am a very forgiving person.
Because I screw up a lot.
I always, the thing about me is I always feel like people come into your life for a reason, and there's no reason to hate them. There's no reason to, I'll be angry for a while, and then anger and hate will be there for a little bit, but I get over it pretty easily and quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a minute.
And forgive.
I do my whole pause thing.
Take a beat.
I take a beat.
I got to take a beat.
Yeah.
And as long as you apologize, we're good.
You're right. It has a lot to do with that, right? Just acknowledging
and actions. Yeah, acknowledging it, apologizing, and not maintaining the pattern. Should make it the change. If I see you consistently making a change, then okay. Otherwise, it's going to be more than a beat for me. I'm just not as
Yeah.
I've been trying
I think
to.
I'm getting less forgiving as I get older.
I think I
Well-
am too. I think I used to be very like easy and lenient and kind of very forgiving and understanding and trusting, but not that much anymore. I've seen myself change.
I know. I feel like I have to work on the well, I got through it, so can you. Kind of empathy, the lack of empathy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
We're
guess
gonna
I
talk
guess
about that in
that's
our last-
it.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. It resonates.
Yeah. It's a real thing.
Well, and I hate to be that person, but I think it's natural instinct, But then I love, is it Kenny? I don't remember if it's Kenny Chesney, but that when you get where you're going, make sure you turn back around and help the next guy in line.
Yeah.
That's really the mentality I appreciate.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Pay it forward, pay it backwards, whatever.
Mhm.
Help the next guy up.
Yeah.
It's lonely at the top, anyways. Why not?
Yeah, right.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with empathy as well, like on certain things.
Yeah.
I mean, like our last episode, we talked about death. When somebody can't get over, I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
and I need to be better at like letting people sit, and sit in the length of time they need to sit,
Yeah.
in things.
Yeah.
Like not everybody can take an apology and just be okay.
True. We
Yeah,
all
and get
function
over
different,
it.
for sure.
I do feel like there's a amount of time that I'm going to allow you to get over it. And if you don't get over it after my apology within a certain amount of time, then forget you.
Right. Then we just ain't kin.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not my people.
We just ain't kin. Where'd that come from?
Well, that's why my marriage ended. Seriously, because he never got over
If you
it.
can't get over it, and
You know?
you can't be in my life, kin, family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't be in my life. If you can't get over it, you can't. At some point, like I'll give you a few days. I'll give you a week. If you ain't over it in a week,
Yeah.
Okay. Because I can't live.
It depends
with
what
somebody
I was
it
gonna
depends
say-
what it is.
Yeah. It depends.
Depends what
I mean-
happened. What happened? What'd you do? What did they do? Like
Yeah.
some things I was talking about that today with my therapist. Like I have some things that I hang on to and I just cannot let it go because I don't feel like it was someone genuinely felt sorry for something that they did.
That's different.
Yeah, because I
Right.
didn't
If somebody
didn't
isn't
see.
genuine about their apology.
Yeah, it felt sincere like in a moment, but then behaviors and it's like I'm just supposed to get over it. I don't think so. Like,
No,
I'm
like if
still
there's
hurt.
continued
I need to.
behaviors, the apology
Mhm.
was nothing.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah. 100%.
Like literally, when I apologize, I try to change what I did. Like
Yeah.
if I'm gonna like apologize and be sincere in my apology and really make effort to change what I've done, and you still can't get over it, then you've got issues.
Yes, 100.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you do truly. I'll give you props, Brandy. You really do. You really listen and you work. We've had conversations where we both had to have growing moments together, and she's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm gonna listen to what you have to say, and I'm gonna try and fix that, and I'm gonna adjust my attitude, or if I had one, I'm gonna, I'm gonna try and fix what I need to fix.
But the biggest thing that you hear there is she's not saying she says, I'm going to fix, she's just assuming she's the one.
Well, it's self accountability, right?
I know,
you
that's
can only be
that's the
accountable
point.
for yourself.
That's the point. Self-awareness and accountability.
I know I can be a
Mm-hmm.
beep turd.
You're a strong personality.
I have
Yeah.
a strong personality. I know that I can come off in a way that
But
isn't my true feeling.
I feel like I've had the luxury of seeing the softer side of Brandy. So like I could see where people that have never had that opportunity would just roll with tough Brandy. But Brandy really does cuddle up, right? She just needs a nice quiet place to sit and, be protected for a second.